Welcome to 15 with Christine. My friend and fellow business owner, Glyna Humm, is our special guest today. So let's get started. On 15 with Christine, we talk about all things business growth. But before we dive in, I want to let you know where you can find the broadcast. I'll come to you live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn. Hit the subscribe button and you won't miss an episode. My goal with 15 with Christine is to introduce you to people who can help you grow your business, grow your career. And I'm excited to talk with Glyna Humm, owner of Fusion One Marketing today, specifically about that. Welcome, Glenna.
Good morning, Christine. How are you today?
Doing good, doing good. Glad we're here to talk about your story and, talk about how you help businesses grow. But I love the story of how you started Fusion One Marketing. Could you take a minute and take a step back and tell us how you got started helping businesses grow through getting the phone to ring, through bringing attention to their business?
Sure. I've always had a background in helping businesses. I've been in sales forever, but
Yes.
I learned a lot about Google and advertising and marketing and that kind of thing when I worked for the Yellow Pages way back when. I actually got laid off from that job, which I thought was a horrible thing to happen to me, but it ended
Yes.
up being a good thing because I took that time and the knowledge that they'd given me and kind of turned it into my own business. Because at that time, Christine, I'm kind of dating myself. Not many people knew about social media. They didn't know how to do Facebook pages or anything like that. And I was really just helping people out for free. And some of my friends came to me and said, you can get paid for that. So the rest was kind of history. And so I've always loved helping businesses. But when I was able to start my own company and see such big changes in the things that we were doing for companies and seeing them build their business, that excites us.
So Fusion One Marketing was both born out of necessity, as well as your own gifts and what you were having success helping people do, right?
Yes, and it was just amazing. It just kept building. Like I've started meeting with people and explaining this digital marketing stuff and social media, and then they wanted to know more. They wanted to know, can you help us with our website? Can you help us with this and this and this? They wanted a one-stop shop to handle all of the things that they didn't have any idea how to do.
Right. So, Glenna, how long have you been in business?
We will be starting our 11th year in January, so it's been a while, and I work with my husband, so we're a husband and wife team, but
Yes.
almost 11 years.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
I loved hearing you, as we were talking about your business and how you've grown. You told me one of your favorite things is watching your clients flourish and how rewarding it is to see them thrive and grow because you help them get the phone to ring.
Oh my gosh, that is my favorite thing, number one thing. It's hard to explain what digital marketing is to someone, but businesses these days know they need to have it. And so what we tell them is let us take the burden off of you. What you really are interested in is that phone ringing, just exactly like you said. And if the phone's ringing and we can bring you more calls, then that means you can have more business, more sales, more profits, and then you can just take off from there. So that's why it's my favorite thing to do is really help businesses thrive, flourish, and just take themselves to the next level.
Well, Glenna, can you think of a client that you've worked with to help them really grow and thrive? Where were they when you started working with them? And then how did you get the phone to ring with potential good clients?
Yes, I can think of a lot of examples, but I'll throw one out there for conversation. It was a pest
Sure.
control company. And in the
Yes.
pest control industry, they have to compete against a lot of the big guys,
Yes.
what we call, I guess I'll throw some names out there, Cooks, Wayne's, Orkin. So if you're just,
Yes.
an owner with just a couple of employees, you feel like you don't have a chance. So it was a great opportunity for us to come in and show them, yes, you do have a chance to take over that digital marketing area and
Yes.
really thrive and even beat those big guys. So they really weren't getting a lot of phone calls. They had been in business for quite a while, but they really needed to increase revenue and build their business. So we came in and did what we do. It's kind of, like I said, I don't want to really break it down, but all the digital marketing pieces, we really have
Right.
one whole package that we can bring to a company. And once we put that in place, then the phone does start ringing little by little. I mean, it's not magic, it's not overnight, but if someone can give us, a few months to really get it rolling, it never stops. My husband calls it buffet pricing. You pay this one price and you can get all the calls you want, and it keeps increasing time after time. So that same pest control company now, a couple years later, they average about 350 calls coming into their business a month because of what we do on the internet. So her comment to me was, when I said, how are things going? Is everything all right? She said, yes, the only thing I hate is that I didn't know about this sooner. So that's
Oh,
always, it always makes you
when
feel
they
good.
look back, they wish they had talked with you sooner.
Yes.
So, Glenna, when should business owners talk with you?
Actually, even though we bring a whole package together to do something like what we're talking about,
Yes.
we also can do kind of a la carte things to get businesses started. So
Okay.
if you've heard the buzzword social media, you
Yes.
need to have a website. Even just at the beginning, you need to have branding and a logo. So we can build a plan for you and just do pieces. So really, anytime's a good time to talk with us, if for nothing else than to put a plan together.
That makes sense. So how would you describe a typical business owner in in the areas where you have a lot of success, whether that's selling to homeowners? What kind of questions are they asking? Like, why isn't the phone ringing? Who do they want to talk with? And how can you help them change that? Like, what kind of
Yeah.
questions do you ask them? What do you need to learn from them about their business to really help them?
Well, what's cool about what we do, we have a lot of tools in place that we can use to do research on their company. So they don't even
Right.
have to have a lot of answers for us. We can bring those answers to them and kind of show them how they're faring against their competitors on the internet. So
Okay.
that answers a lot of questions right up front. And why am I not getting these calls, but my competitor is killing us over here on the internet? We can
Okay.
show
And
them
you
the
can look at all of
problem.
that?
Yep. We can look at all of that up front, and we can do a consultation. We don't charge for those things. I mean, if nothing else, you need to know how you fare and how you look on the internet. What kind of presence do you have?
What are some of the biggest aha moments when you work with business owners on that process?
Yes. One of the biggest aha moments is that they have no idea, how they look on the internet. It's just one of those things people don't study every day. They know they need it, but they don't know where to start, and they don't know, how they fare right now. So those are things that we can bring to the table to say, hey, this is where you're at. But the good thing is it can all be fixed, and we can fix those things for you and then help you build your business as we go along. So taking that burden
Right.
off of them is just a huge thing for business owners.
So, Glenna, I hear you saying that you help business owners answer some of the questions they may not even know to ask.
Yes.
And you can help them take a look at their industry, who all the players are, who's doing what to get those calls, right?
Yes.
So that there's actually some data points to build a plan on. Am I understanding it correctly?
That's exactly right. They come to us because they don't know where to start and they don't know anything about digital marketing. So part of us educating them, like I said, is kind of showing them Where do they fare now, and how are they showing up now on the internet? Can somebody find you?
Right.
Because it really makes sense to them if we pull out our phone or pull out our laptop and we're starting to,
Right.
type in pest control and they're not showing up, but all their competitors are. So that kind of drives the point home of, well, no wonder I'm not getting any calls. Nobody can find me. So yes, we help put that plan together, and they really don't have to do anything. We guide them right down the path and do it all for them.
Awesome. So, how do most business owners feel once you get started on that path?
Well, at first, they're a little confused.
Right, right.
They're a little confused, but again, if they can trust us, and the good thing about us, Christine, is that we have so many case studies, real live case studies of
Yes.
businesses that we're working with, that we can show them what we've done. So we have, being in the business for 10 years, we have a lot of
Yes.
success stories. So they don't have to take our word for it. So they feel a little bit more comfortable, I think, working with us. We don't have contracts. That makes them feel even more comfortable. We prove ourselves every month, and it's a partnership. We really want to come and meet with them every month, whether it's on the phone, in person. We bring a review to them every month, just to show them where we're at and how the campaign's going. So we're really working with the customer, so they get a little more comfortable as we go along. And
That makes sense.
one of my favorite things is to call them and they're too busy to meet with me. It's up to right then.
That's a good problem to have, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, Glenna, I appreciate you taking the time to share. And I love that you help businesses flourish and grow, but you have an approach that's based on data.
Yeah.
It's a plan that has a track record of success. And if business owners are thinking, should I talk with Glenna? What's the best way for them to reach you?
Yeah, the best way would be to call my cell phone, or I'm on LinkedIn. My cell phone number is 205
Awesome.
790 1519. And one of my favorite things is to brainstorm and just kind of talk through problems with people. So I'm open to anyone calling. You can find me on LinkedIn, obviously all of the social media channels. I'm
You're there.
everywhere. So you can be able to find me, or you can go to our website at fusion1marketing.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you, Glenna. Thanks to everyone for listening. Watch for the next episode of 15 with Christine. We're here on the second and fourth Thursdays of the month, 8:30 sharp. Until next time.